Got Remington Ranch Hand. Given this a go a couple times before, albeit it was much colder. Today, 9 a.m. on our third test of the day, 80 degrees, getting swampy, and got moisture in places where I don't usually have moisture. So we're going to work through this Remington Ranch Hand, 50 downrange, 50. See how they do. Fire in the hole.
New to their Rimfire line of ammunition, Remington claims the Ranch Hand is simply the best rimfire cartridge they've ever produced. Let's find out.
Well, folks, those are all random weight. We'll see where we go from here. Wow.
1.99.
We'll get back to the shop, take them apart, and as we always do, we'll find out why. Maybe it's reliable, just doesn't group worth a shit.
.24.
Well, that's the best 5-shot group so far. Anybody got a straw? Because this so far is sucking shit. Wow.
2.16.
Ah.
1.08. 1.4. 1.2.
That one may have been the best group so far.
.36.
Now the last two groups that we shot, they were 51.6 grain, 51.7. Wow.
.99.
That group, 51.8.
.96.
That last group was 51.9.
An overall group average of 1.41.
Now, it seems that the higher we got, we started with a low of 51, and as the grains increased, highest being 51.9, once we hit that 51.6 threshold, now the groups aren't great, but they seem to improve. We're out with Remington Ranch Hand. Muggy Sunday morning here in July. 40 grain, kind of a brass plated or copper plated round nose. Has a muzzle velocity of 1255. We're going to see how it does through the CZ. These have a weight variation of about a grain from 50.9 to 51.9. Rim thickness, you know, Remington, it's kind of all over the place, nothing real consistent. But they're touted this is their new go-to 22 LR. Consistency in firing. Let's see what it's about. You know how I feel about Remington. I forgot to put the Ear Pro in. Apple AirPod Pros, noise canceling. Great for the 22. And it'll allow me to hear the chrono data as well. I think I flinched there a little bit.
Each group has been weight sorted. Let's look at it with and without the flyers.
1.05.
0.58 without the flyer. 50 51.2 grains at 0.88.
One point zero.
0.74 without the flyer, all 51.3.
All right, a little softer there, but oh, we go a 99 FPS spread right there. Oh Lord, gotta love Remington.
1.39.
51.4 at 0.93.
uh,
1.2.
51.5 grain at 0.53.
1.35.
That last group was all 51.6.
All 51.7 at 0.68 inch group.
It's probably one of the best groups I've ever shot with this ammo. Oh.
1.55.
If you take out that flyer.
0.67, all at 51.8 grains.
Last group, these are all 51.9. 1254, I mean, it's right on the advertised, folks.
1.13.
Without the flyer, 0.69.
Oh, and there you have it, folks.
An overall group average of 1.14.
If you remove the flyer from each group.
Without the flyer, 0.69. You could definitely make the case for weight sorting if what was in the case was equal.
Remington Ranch Hand through the Taurus TX22. Let's see how we do. Remington Ranch Hand. We'll see you at the garage. The numbers out of the Remington Ranch Hand, while they're not great, they're better than others that we've tested.
Rated at 1,255 feet per second, it did respectable with the numbers through the 1022. A high of 1294, a low of 1129, averaging 1215, with the typical Remington extreme spread of 165 and a standard deviation of 33.
Through the CZ457 we had
a high of 1315, a low of 1195, it's an extreme spread of 120. No good there. Standard deviation of 27. But what's actually a surprise, the average was 1257, right there at the 1255 that they advertised. Now that is something to write home about, because Remington never meets their advertised.
Through the 5 1/4 inch barrel of the TX22, we had a high of 1083, a low of 954, an average of 1027, with an extreme spread of 129 and a standard deviation of 39. So I was sitting on a couple hundred rounds of Remington Ranch Hand. I pulled 8 of them because, with Remington, we want to really see what it's all about. Let's take an in-depth look at Remington's Ranch Hand. We sampled 8 rounds, with the lowest being 50.85 and a high being a 52.13 grains. It's a 1.3 grain variation. There was a 0.04 of an inch rim thickness variation in the group that we sampled. A bullet weight variation was no surprise either. 1.2 grain. There was only 1/10 of a grain difference in the powder. This would be the least of Remington's problems. There's a 2/10 grain difference in the case weights. I could only attribute this to the amount of priming compound, which would be alarming, showing a further inconsistency in that process. While Remington Ranch Hand is supposed to be new, cutting edge, and improved, beyond that, may fire consistently. The numbers are terribly inconsistent. You should not be able to spin the bullet in 90% of the cases that you touch. Will Remington ever make a rimfire ammo that shoots consistently and groups respectably? Remington Ranch Hand is no more than a train wreck in a dumpster fire.
Leave a comment. Let me know what ammo you'd like to see tested next.
Do me a favor, take a moment and hit that like and subscribe.
To all stations concerned, Crafty Fireman's 10-7.